Vale. Mi pantalla la veis, ¿verdad? You see the screen.
Yep.
Okay.
So, good afternoon. Thank you for joining the webinar. I'm going to introduce to Raúl. He's a sociologist and expert in social issues and technology, and has been working in IHU's technology and health department for almost 10 years. And Raúl, what you want, you can start the presentation. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Rocío. So hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Today is the last webinar of our series of 4 webinars regarding smart cities, technology, NGOs. So thank you for joining. Thank you for being since the beginning until the end. Today's topic is related to SEO. Maybe some of you know about this, maybe some of you don't know about this. The idea is that we talk about this and how is it important for smart city projects and also for those who aim to create an NGO related to smart cities. Okay. So I'm gonna start the presentation. You can interrupt me whenever you want, and I will try to solve all your doubts. Okay, so let's see first what we are gonna talk about a bit more deeply. This webinar, we will start talking about why online visibility is important for NGOs. Okay, and this will lead us to introduce to an introduction of SEO. Okay, that will then transform to learn deeper about the different strategies about SEO. You will know what it is in a few minutes, and also how it relates, okay, with smart cities. And then to, let's say, make it easy to understand all the contents and everything, we have prepared a practical example, a real life example in which all the learnings from the points above will be translated into real actions. Okay. So let's see. Let's start with why online visibility matters for NGO. Okay. We live in a digital world where visibility equals to having different opportunities. Okay. Opportunities on internet are for making business, but also for, in this case, for NGOs, okay, which are non-profit. But through the internet, you can reach attention, also trust, and moreover, engagement, okay, with your audience and with the people who you want to participate with you in your objectives of your NGO, okay. So why do we need a well-positioned website, okay, to be visible on the internet? First of all, for an NGO, it's important to raise awareness for their causes. So this is the main point of it. NGOs also need to attract volunteers who work in their activities, donors who give monetary resources to implement their activities, and also partners with other NGOs, with other companies who provide other insights such as resources, more money, more people working. So that's also why it's important. And then it's basic for having a well-positioned website to have credibility online and also recognition to show what you are doing and increase your credibility and recognition. So that's why online visibility it's important for NGOs. But as I was saying, what do we need to be to have visibility? A website, right? But what do we need that people get into our website, that people read our content inside the website? For that are the search engines. You know what it is? Any of you? I guess some of you already know it. So these are platforms online that help users to find information on the internet. Instead of having to write all the domain, people can directly search for the topic they are interested in. And then these search engines will show the information. They have an index of billion of pages, okay, inside. And they show the most relevant ones, the first, and then they do like a list and a queue for the others. Let me admit more people. Hello for the new ones. Hello for the new ones. Thank you for joining. We are talking about SEO for NGOs, okay, and for the smart cities. So let's see which are the most common search engines. As you see now, if for those who didn't know what they are search engines, now you see Google and you know it's the most used one. Okay, it's the where you search information on the internet. Google is the top of them, and their share is the biggest one. And there are also other options such as Bing, which is the alternative from Microsoft. Also, in other parts of the world, it's not used in Europe or the United States, but there is also Yandex and Baidu. Yandex is more used in Russia, and Baidu is more used in China, but they have quite high market share because of the big population in those countries. But there are other options such as Yahoo or DuckDuckGo, okay? And there are many others, very smaller ones, which are not representative enough to be here, but we can talk about also Ecosia and other examples that you can find on the internet. So this is what a search engine is, okay? But how do they work? Okay, the search engines, what they do is to organize information of the internet and websites of the internet, okay? They have automated bots, okay, that they discover the pages across all the internet. And after this, what they do is that they analyze the websites, they categorize them, and then they store these websites in search engines databases. And then the most important part is how they show it to these different websites to the people. They do through evaluating the content to see the relevance of the content, the authority, the usability, and with this information, they do decide which websites appear the first ones on the search of the users. Okay. Beside this, there is also those ones that have paid for being the first ones. But in this case, we are talking only about how to. The objective here is how to reach the first position without paying. Okay, and this will help you in case you want to create your own website for your NGOs, for your companies to reach these higher numbers. It is what is the importance of having a good position on the first ranking, the first position in the ranking on these search engines, on Google, on Bing, on DuckDuckGo, and others? Well, the first thing is that think first on yourselves. How many times have you passed from the first page of Google results? Never, right? Or almost never. So that's what the majority of people do. So that's why it's very important to be on the first positions. It also means that you have greater visibility and more traffic into your website. You have an increased engagement with your mission in the case of building websites for NGOs, which for smart cities, which is the objective here of this webinar and this project of Youth and the City. And then it will help you to have further collaborations and funding, okay, with more entities, public entities, companies, etc. So for NGOs, all of this translates into a stronger communication impact, a greater participation in social research, and an enhanced public trust, okay, trust of your audience, of your public, which is so important for NGOs. So the question now is, how can we be the first page on search engines? Okay, that's where it comes SEO, okay, doing SEO strategies. And now we will see exactly what SEO means, and also we will see the main points, the key points of them, the main points. So what is SEO? SEO are the starting letters of search engine optimization. Okay, it is the process of improving your website. So the search engines, as I was saying, can understand better what you have which is your content and recommend it to people who search for some topics related to your website. Okay, it combines both technical aspects, also content aspects, and authority strategies. By authority strategies, I mean how people trust your content that is trustable and the information there is correct. So for that, you have to build authority through this content you create. We will see later how. And in the context of NGOs, because we have our focus here now, this SEO helps the NGOs to amplify their message of change. They ensure also the visibility for the social initiatives, and moreover, they build lasting digital credibility. Okay. Now I think it's easier to understand what is SEO, because now may sound a bit confusing watching a small video. So I please don't miss it, because it's very important. I want you to see it, and later we will go deeply. You don't hear the audio? Or do you hear the audio of the video?
I don't hear the audio.
Okay.
Me neither.
Okay. Let's see, how can we solve this? Okay. Do you hear it now?
No.
Okay, in order to not lose more time, I will share the link, okay, in the chat, so you can see it in another moment, okay. Okay, let me share. Just give me a second. Okay, now you have the link on the chat. I will move forward. Sorry for this. I wanted you to see it, but you can see it. I suggest you and ask you to see it later when we finish. This will help you a lot to understand about SEO, but I hope with the presentation it gets clear enough too. So yeah, I suggest you to watch it another moment, okay? So, what is the goal of doing SEO? The goal is to achieve strong, as I was saying, organic visibility in search results in Google, okay? mainly in Google, also in other search engines, but mainly in Google, without having to pay any ads or being at the top list. It matters because SEO builds long-term trust on your website, also builds credibility and engagement of final users, as I was saying. And the core principles of it is to combine both technical optimization of your websites, also to create content with good quality, and to build reputation through connecting with other websites and trustable and reputed organizations, websites, etc. In the field of smart green cities, using SEO helps to expand your NGO's reach, okay? It also helps you to educate citizens and promote sustainable projects. There are 7 core aspects to have a successful SEO strategy. And now we will see all of them one by one. But the first one is the keyword research. It's important to make sure you create the good keywords for your website. Also, it's important to do a page optimization, as I was saying, to make information clear, relevant, and search-friendly. Technical aspects: make a fast website, make it accessible, and also make sure it's well structured. Then the 4th core aspect is about the content. You have to create useful content made of high quality and that educates and inspires your audience. Other important aspect is off-page SEO. So that helps strengthen your domain's reputation, your website, in other words, with backlinks and mentions in other websites, in social networks, etc. And to make, as the 6th point, a good user experience. Okay, it has to be intuitive, enjoyable browsing experience inside your website. Not make it too messy with too many different ways to find the information, because you will confuse users and they will not click and open the different sections and at the end access the information you want to show them. And then the last aspect is to do analytics when implementing SEO and track how your key performance indicators and also the how you are increasing your views and your data. Okay, with these 7 areas, applying them, you will make sure that you have big visibility of your environmental initiatives if you develop them, and that you have your community driving impact. So the first key point, keyword research. Okay, that means discover the relevant search terms tied to your mission, to your website. Okay, which are the main topics of your website and what you are talking about. Okay, after that you can use tools like Google Keyword Planner. It is totally free and it helps you to identify, for example, for smart cities, you can have different keywords, right? You can have green as a keyword, you can have accessible, you can have technology. So with this tool, Google Keywords Planner, it will help you to identify in your country and every country in the world, which are from those you add in the platform, which are the most used or the most searched. So that will help you to use those ones that people will most probably use in the future and will help your website to be more visible. Okay, then you have to evaluate the volume of keywords you have and the user intentions through this Google Keyword Planner. And with that, you do a keyword map and you guide your site structure and the content themes based on these keywords too, okay, to let them appear in your website. Okay, and to finalize about the smart green cities focus in this topic about keyword research, you can target phrases such as sustainable urban projects or smart environmental solutions that could be perfect keywords for your missions. Okay. Then the second important point for SEO is to do on-page optimization. That means make it easy to understand for your viewers the website you create. So, for example, you have to optimize titles, headings, and meta descriptions with clear keywords, the ones identified in the point before. You should use descriptive URLs and structural headings to make information clear to find and easy to find for the viewers. Add internal links to different parts of your website, but also external links, and text for accessibility to more information in regard of your website. And then try to keep your language authentic, concise, and engaging for the people who are seeing it. Don't make it too messy, don't make it too difficult to understand. You have keep in mind that your aim is to reach the audience, okay, and to reach the people. For example, one example for green cities would be how technology can make cities greener, okay? If you add this kind of sentences to your website, you make people think and then interact more with your website. About technical aspects, okay? How can you do SEO related to technical aspects to make sure your website appears on the first list of Google and other search engines? Okay, the first thing and most important, it has to load fast, okay? When you click on a link on Google and it opens a new tab on your browser and it starts loading 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, you close it because you think it's never gonna open. So you need to make sure that your website it's fast enough and opens fast enough within 2-3 seconds maximum, I will say. Okay, you have to implement also responsive designs for all devices. It has to be shown on computers, on big screens, smaller screens like such as laptops, also tablets, smartphones. So make sure of that. It has to be secure, include security measures on your website. HTTPS is the most common ones, so that your web browser will not block it. Okay, not yours, but your audience web browsers will not block it. And then make the information structure, okay? Then you can also follow accessibility guidelines, implementing accessibility functionalities for example, help for hearing impairments, visual impairments, etc. And let's move to the fourth point, okay? The content. Which content you add in the platform, in your website. That's very, very important. You have to create content in diverse formats, okay? In blogs, guides, infographics, videos, pictures, so that make it more engaging and make people want to click on different sections on your website. Make sure you create original content, of course, and make sure it is easy to read and easy to understand, and that it's related to the topic you want to talk about and relevant to your audience, okay? If you use external resources, which we recommend for SEO strategy, make sure they are trusted ones from trusted organizations, from relevant stakeholders. That's very important too. And finally, you cannot create a website and forget about that. You have to regularly update new content and create new content there, so make it more dynamic, okay? One example for a Smart Green Cities focus would be to produce educational content about renewable energy, circular economy, and green innovation, for example. Okay, so if you create a website about smart green cities. And then what is off-page strategy? That means what can you do outside from your website? Okay, you can try to earn backlinks. It means other entities putting the link to your website in their own websites, sorry. For example, universities, media, other NGOs that can link to your website. You can also build credibility through different mentions and collaborations with other entities, and that they show them in their own websites with links to yours, okay? You can share your content consistently, on social media. So they click on social media and they go back to your website. And that helps to increase the numbers and to be on the top list, as I was saying before. And then you can engage with sustainability communities, online. Okay, those are some examples of off-page strategy. For Smart Green Cities focus, to not lose the focus of our project, partnerships with global environmental organizations improve authority and visibility. Don't forget it. For example, Greenpeace and other big entities or NGOs, if you can make contact with them and they can advertise, let's say, your website, that will help you a lot in your SEO strategy. Okay, we are coming to the end about the different key points and key aspects of SEO strategy. Now we see the user experience, okay, how people see your website, how beautiful it is, how easy to interact it is. So for this, you have to prioritize intuitive navigations, and as said before fast load times inside your website. The visual aspect is really important too. It has to be clear, easy to read fonts, and balanced, and always use the same, let's say, style, okay, to make it more unified and make sure people remember that they are always watching the same NGO website. Visuals and illustrations have a lot of impact, so it's important also to use them. And then in the case, it's very suggested, something that is very suggested is to optimize for accessibility and interaction with people with different impairments, okay? So that's also a very good point. So for Smart Green Cities, you can use visuals to explain clean energy, urban greenery, and community actions, okay? And that will increase the engagement of your audience. Anyone who has any doubt can interrupt me at any point or write in the text of the call, okay, in the chat on the call. And the last point is to do analytics and continuous improvement. And said before, you have to track what you are doing. You have to track your traffic, your rankings, and also your engagement metrics. For that, you can use Google Analytics and Search Console to identify improvement areas. You can also review top performing content in your website and try to replicate this success, okay, to be successful in the future. And don't forget to stay agile with algorithm changes and user behavior trends, okay? Have to be always following the new trends and trying to adapt to them. Related to Smart Green Cities focus, analyze data to enhance campaigns about sustainability awareness and also about green innovation. So now we have seen a lot of information, and to summarize, we only can say that there are some key tips, which are content audit and optimization. Make sure you have optimized content and that you review it and refine it and make improvements all the time. Make it a clear structure, okay, and intuitive navigation. Make sure people can navigate through the different menus, that they are clear, that they find information easily. Also, it's important to have high quality content and that this content is aligned with the mission and core topics of your website and therefore your NGOs. And then do an extensive use of images and optimized media, not any picture, but related to the topic, and also videos, etc. That will help a lot, okay, to keep the attention of your audience. Keep updating the website and make sure that you have strong technical performance, okay? So those are the main key tips for SEO strategy. And then some conclusions about SEO. The success on SEO strategy depends mainly on quality, consistency, and adaptability to the new trends. Make sure you combine strong content with technical and reputational foundations. For growing organic visibility, you need trust and also user satisfaction on your website. Okay, so those are the main conclusions. But as I was saying, how this SEO relates to smart cities, okay, and to NGOs. As you know, we are now at the Smart Cities 3.0, and we have come from data to participation. At the beginning, Smart cities meant technology-driven infrastructure and sensors, okay? All about technology and collecting data. Smart cities 2.0 means that this technology was focused on citizens, okay? Information was shared with the citizens, with the population, and provided some services for them. But nowadays we are in Smart Cities 3.0, which is focused on the co-creation, okay, with the people, okay, to create technological and sustainable solutions together with the people and for the people, okay? So what is the SEO role in all of this? Okay. SEO makes sustainable initiatives easy to be discovered by citizens and stakeholders. You can show what you do on the internet, and you can show it much better if you are the first positions when people search about this, okay? It also connects data transparency with public communications. It means all this information you collect with smart cities can be public communicated through your website. And one of the most important things is that enables collaboration. More people will see or learn about your website and about your activities through your website. And then it will come at the end with more collaboration with other local governments, with NGOs, with more citizens. So that's why it's important SEO strategies when you create a website for NGOs related to smart cities. So last but not least, SEO is not only about ranking, about being the first position on the internet. It can be very useful for digital transformation with a purpose, with your own purpose. Smart cities need visible, transparent, and accessible online communication. That's a key point to succeed. And SEO bridges environmental innovation and citizen empowerment, because it helps you reach bigger and bigger audience, okay? So I only can call you to action through building greener cities, both online and also offline, but also online, okay? And if you are not too tired, we will see one, we have prepared one practical example on how you with an example, you can, people can improve their website through SEO strategy. Okay, the example we have prepared is from Spain, as we are representing now, from a website. We created this. This is not real. Smart City Valencia.es. Okay, and the context is that the City Council of Valencia has launched this website, which is a public portal showcasing the progress done in Smart City 3.0. Okay. It is focused on sustainability, citizen participation, and digital innovation. So the main goal of their website is to increase online visibility of their actions, creating this smart city in Valencia, so that residents of the city, institutions, and media can easily discover what are these local smart initiatives. Okay, and they wanted to see to reach that. So how they will do it? In the first phase, they will do an initial analysis and they will do the SEO strategy definition, okay? They will search for keywords such as Smart City Valencia, sustainable projects in Valencia, citizen participation in Valencia, and clean energy in smart cities. That could be perfect keywords for this goal. This led for them in an organic traffic increase of 40% in 6 months. Okay, and this strengthened their domain authority with backlinks from universities, medias, and public institutions, because they are more visible and more people talk about them. What they have done to reach this is they have used Google Trends, as I was saying before, and Keyword Planner to identify search trends. They have detected growing interest in mobility within their citizens, renewable energies, and digitalization. And they have identified a long tail opportunities like participatory smart cities projects in Valencia. Okay, so this is the first phase. Then they have to think about website structure and how they make it easy to understand. So for that, they created different sections on their website. The first is a homepage, with an overall view of the project. Then they have projects, specific activities they have done. There is a detailed page organized by different topics. They also have created inside their website a digital hub, another section, which include different citizen hub, which include different guides, events, and digital participation tools for the people to use them. Another section they create is open data, okay, with information about the city, for example, pollution, situation, traffic, etc. And also they want to keep the website active, so for that they have created a news section, okay, with weekly articles on technology and sustainability uploads, okay, and activities. They have also worked in technical improvements, as we have seen before. It's very important. They have a clean URL. They have HTTPS certificate and mobile first responsive design. Many people nowadays search on the internet, browse on the internet through their smartphone. So it was at the first priority for them. And they have a unique meta titles and descriptions for each page. Okay, that's like the main things about that. And the most important one is that the web page launched or loaded under 2 seconds time. Okay, so very fast. Then on a third phase, they thought about the content strategy. Okay, which content will they include? So they thought about educational articles. They thought about short videos, interviews with engineers, citizens, and public managers. They also thought about infographics summarizing key urban sustainability indicators. And they made downloadable guides, okay, for the people to download them and learn. For example, how to use Valencia's smart mobility app, which is an app they have developed, okay, to help people to move around the city. On a fourth phase, they now focus on off-page SEO and reputation building. They want partners. They want their press to be seen in other websites. So they collaborated with the University of Valencia on joint reports linking to the portal to their website. They also get listed on EU Smart City Marketplace, which is a very important website on the internet. Which is well positioned on this search engines. They public guest articles in local media with links to their own websites, and they do social campaigns on social media with different hashtags, and then try to increase the brand awareness, okay, of their topic. So with that, they have high quality backlinks. They have an increased mentions in press. They are well recognized, okay, in benchmarks. After that, they thought about the next phase, which was doing monitoring and improvement continuously, okay. For that, they use different tools such as Google Analytics, Google Search Console, Page Speed Insight, which are different tools you can use. And doing this monitoring and continuous improvement, they have detected that with all the previous phases, they have reached some KPIs, key performance indicators, which are 40% of organic traffic increase in 6 months, 25% increase in average sessions duration. It means how much time people stay in their website. They have 15 new institutional backlinks, and there is a 30% lower bounce rate. That means that people go inside your website without clicking anywhere and without doing anything. So it's 30% lower number in this. Then about the last phase about they did was to make sure they have impact and sustainability in the future. So they expected with all these activities to citizens easily find local sustainable projects. Media highlight the city's smart and green achievements, so they are more visible, and the site becomes a national reference for smart cities, all with SEO. And the perspective for the future is that SEO becomes the invisible digital infrastructure connecting data, people, and sustainability. And the website is not only to inform, it's also to activate participation, okay, and to build a smarter civic ecosystem. So with all of that, this was the example we thought about to make it more clear. We have finished with this. I'm sorry for the video, which could not be, you could not hear, but I suggest to go in and learn more about that. And we hope you found it interesting. If you have any doubt or anything, now it's the time if you want to ask something on the chat.
Yes, thank you, Raúl, for the good presentation.
Thank you.
As Raúl said, I don't know if you have any questions or comments or share your experience.
Yeah, you can share also. Yeah, if any of you have any website and want to share their experience making it more visible. If not, we can leave it here. I appreciate all of you for joining. This was the last of our webinars. We hope you enjoyed all of them. And now it's time, don't forget to also follow us in our social networks and check our different websites. We will keep you updated about all of this through your national reference organization. Nothing else. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you, Raúl. Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.